Cliff Richard, one of the most iconic figures in British pop history, has lived a life marked by extraordinary fame, success, and devotion. Yet, one question has lingered for decades. Why has he never married? For a man who became the voice of a generation, known for songs that captured the essence of love and hope, his personal life has remained a subject of curiosity. Now at 85, Cliff opens up about the reasons behind his decision not to marry, revealing the complexities of fame, faith, and the deep connection he forged with his music and beliefs. Despite achieving everything most dream of, fame, adoration, and financial success, Cliff's life story offers an insight into the cost of living in the public eye and the sacrifices he made along the way. The storm of fame, a teenager, thrust into the spotlight. Cliff Richard's journey to fame began at just 18, when he was thrust into the spotlight with no time to prepare. Born Harry Webb in 1940s Britain, he rose to fame during a time when the country was still recovering from the aftermath of World War II. With a fresh sound and youthful energy, he became the face of British pop music almost overnight. But this meteoric rise came with an immense pressure to maintain an image of both rebellion and innocence, a difficult balance that Cliff would carry with him throughout his career. While the world saw him as confident, he often felt overwhelmed by the expectations that accompanied his newfound fame. He continued to live at home with his parents, struggling with the idea of fame, while trying to preserve his sense of self in an industry that demanded constant performance. Love and loneliness, the emotional cost of success. While Cliff's career flourished, his personal life suffered. As fans showered him with adoration, they wondered why he didn't have a partner to share his life with. The truth was, Cliff had known love in the past, but his devotion to his music and faith often came first. His first serious relationship with Delia Wicks, a dancer who adored him before he became a star, showed him what a life outside of fame could look like. For a brief moment, they imagined a future together. But the relentless demands of Cliff's career soon made that dream impossible. Delia's letter to him years later, expressing her love for him but also her inability to wait for him, highlighted the emotional toll fame had on their relationship. It was a poignant reminder of what discipline had cost him, a life he might have shared with someone special, but one that was never to be. Fame's unyielding grip, a choice between career and companionship. As the years went on, other potential relationships came and went, but Cliff's reluctance to fully commit to any of them became a defining feature of his life. Despite his charm, kindness, and thoughtfulness, there was always a sense of distance between him and those who tried to get close. His fear wasn't rejection, but the fear that love might distract him from his greater purpose, his faith and his music. By his late 20s, Cliff had already started to talk openly about his faith, which he saw as his guiding light. He couldn't imagine balancing a family life with his intense career, filled with endless tours and public engagements. Marriage to him was not just a promise, but a responsibility, one that he didn't feel he could fulfill while living out of suitcases and constantly performing. The bond that defined him, a deep friendship with no labels. While his decision not to marry puzzled many, one deep, enduring friendship provided Cliff with the companionship he needed. In the early 1970s, he formed a close friendship with a woman who understood him in ways few could. They shared common values. Both valued their privacy, their faith, and the pursuit of a good moral life. Their bond became a source of strength for both of them, with Cliff often describing her as one of the few people who truly understood his world. Their friendship was marked by deep affection, but it never crossed into romantic territory. Cliff often said that companionship could be beautiful without being romantic, and that love didn't need to result in marriage to be meaningful. What they shared was a rare connection, based on mutual respect, shared values, and unwavering support for each other's lives, living without the world's expectations, staying true to himself. As the years passed, The public's fascination with Cliff's private life only grew. The tabloids became obsessed with his relationships, speculating about his connections with women. Yet, Cliff remained resolute in his commitment to his faith and his music, refusing to let the noise of public curiosity shape his personal choices. When asked about his relationships, he would deflect with humor or simply acknowledge that he had made choices that felt right for him. He wasn't defensive. He simply understood that his life was his own, and that not every personal decision needed to be explained to the world. For Cliff, the path he had chosen was a path of dignity and discipline. He believed in outlasting the rumors and staying true to his calling, regardless of what the media speculated. The cost of silence, loneliness, and peace. Despite his success and the relationships he nurtured, Cliff Richard's life was not without its moments of loneliness. He often found himself longing for the companionship that others seemed to find easily. As friends around him settled into family life, he wondered if he had misunderstood his own destiny. Yet, even in moments of doubt, Cliff would return to his faith, his music, and the quiet comfort of his chosen lifestyle. He had no regrets about the choices he made, even if they left him with a sense of solitude at times. He embraced loneliness not as a burden, but as part of the life he had chosen, a life of conviction, purpose, and quiet fulfillment. At 85, he reflects on his journey with gratitude, content in the knowledge that his life has been a reflection of his values. Legacy of love, faith, music, and friendship. Cliff Richard's legacy is not one of missed opportunities or unfulfilled dreams, but one of quiet strength, unwavering faith, and a deep sense of purpose. He built a life filled with music, charity, and a strong sense of community. While the world may have focused on his single status, Cliff created his own family, a chosen family rooted in shared beliefs, love, and mutual respect. His closest relationships were not defined by romantic love, but by loyalty, trust, and consistency. He nurtured friendships that outlasted many marriages and built a circle of people who understood him without needing to label him. For Cliff, love came in many forms, and he found fulfillment in the companionship of friends, the joy of music, and the peace of faith. His life proves that true love isn't always about marriage, but about the connections we build and the purpose we serve. A life well lived, clarity, gratitude, and acceptance. As Cliff Richard looks back on his extraordinary life, he does so with a sense of clarity and peace. He has lived without regret, accepting the choices he made, knowing that they led him to exactly where he needed to be. Fame, music, and faith shaped his life, and though he has known moments of loneliness, he has never wavered in his commitment to the path he chose. Cliff has achieved a legacy that few others in the entertainment industry can claim, one of grace, dignity, and unwavering purpose. He has never needed the validation of the world to feel fulfilled. His life, full of music, friendship, and service, is a testament to the power of living authentically and staying true to one's beliefs. Cliff Richard's story is one of strength, resilience, and a quiet form of love that will endure long after the applause fades.